Hi, Naman. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Right. Fine. So, are we waiting for some more students?
Yeah, very good afternoon,
Good afternoon, sir.
Kunal ji.
How are you, sir?
Very fine. You're fine.
Yes, yes, all well.
Okay.
Wish you a very happy new year and
Thank you. Wish you the
happy
same.
new year to
Yes,
everyone. Thank you so much.
Naman. I think we can start. Naman, you can start the program.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we can start. So, a very good afternoon to everyone. First of all, a very happy new year. May this year be prosperous and full of famous for you all. So, the Economics Association of Sri Venkateswara College is back to start this year with a wonderful session. Now, before introducing you our theme of the session, I would like to introduce you our department and association to you. The Economics Department of Sri Venkateswara College is one of the most highly regarded academic units in the University of Delhi and has not only produced a dynamic set of alumni, but has also seen great academicians and scholars grace the corridors of the college as professors. Apart from academics, the department's day-to-day functioning as an administrative and extracurricular unit is handled by the Economics Association. The Economics Association of Sri Venkateswara College is a group of dynamic individuals committed to ensuring the smooth functioning of departmental operations, activities, and events. Managed by the students of the Economics Department,
Naman, I think your connectivity is not strong. Naman, we can't hear you. We are not able to hear you, Naman.
the teaching facility, it oversees a wide range of spheres from conduction.
Naman,
Hello?
yeah, Naman, you had a connection problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we couldn't hear much of what you have spoken and said. Now, what connection you are
Am I
using?
audible, sir?
Now it is okay.
Okay, sir. So I guess
Just
my network is I have to switch off my phone only.
you use that one. Don't use the video and go ahead. Introduce the guest.
Yes, sir. So before introducing our guest to you, I would like to call our teacher in charge, Dr. Brahma Reddy, sir, to say few words.
Yeah, thank you very much, Naman. Uh, my association with Mr. Kunal Tyagi goes back to year 2016. If I remember correctly, at that time they approached, from the NSE side to have a formal collaboration with our college. And thereafter, I left it to government on an important assignment. The idea of a formal collaboration did not, move forward. And after rejoined in the college, and again, they contacted me. NSE, you all know, is one of the largest exchange in India. And not only, they provide services to, traders who trade on NSE exchange. They run academic programs. They have, an academy which conducts number of courses. They are, designed for the, those individuals who want to become professionals in the financial markets. As you all know, financial markets provides, very, very lucrative jobs, not only jobs, but very good working conditions. Therefore, we requested him to, share, his ideas about, what all courses, they run at NSE Academy, what kind of collaboration we can have with our institution. They came to our college, they met our madam principal. She was very positive. She said, as long as these certificate courses, hands-on training, if it is going to add to their skill set, we shall definitely go forward with a formal understanding with them. So this is just a orientation program where he's going to brief about what all they offer to undergraduate students, postgraduate students, and how they will add value to your profile. Not only just a profile, but your skill set. Every employer looks for a particular skill set. Whether the employee will be able to deliver what is expected from him, the duties and responsibilities that will be assigned subsequently. So in this context, we thought no one else can better educate, other than the NSE, officers. And we requested them. They were very kind enough. In a very short period of time, they agreed that they are ready to conduct the orientation program. And thereafter, we formalized our relationship. They have big plans for our college. They want to set up one finance lab whereby students can simply sit, before the computer and attend, the classes and sit for online exam, get the certification. And NSE certificates have, they are very much valued in financial markets. So thank you very much, Kunal, for joining us. I hope your presentation will be very, very enlightening to all our students.
Thank you so much, sir, and definitely I'll try to deliver as best and give the students a wonderful insight, whatever the time space we have it today. And thank you so much, Naman and Economic Society, for inviting us, and Reddy sir for inviting me to this particular platform. First of all, a very happy New Year.
Yeah, Naman will be giving your introduction. After that, you can take over the session.
Sure, sure.
Yes, Naman, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So the speaker of our session is Mr. Kunal Tyagi, sir. He is the manager at the National Stock Exchange of India Limited, presently posted at Delhi Regional Office. He holds a master's degree in business administration and has been working with NSE from last 9 years in the part of business development education department. Along with it, he has been delivering several seminars on the overview of financial markets, investor awareness, and NSE Academy, etc. So now, welcome you.
Right. Thank you, Naman, for the introduction, and thank you everyone for being over here and listening to me. I hope I add some value to you people. So, financial market is not just my profession. It has become kind of an talking to you students has become kind of a passion for me. I deeply enjoy these kind of sessions, and would definitely love to take as many a session as possible to make you people more aware about the financial market, because it is something kind of an untouched market, not very much touched market in India. However, it has very high potentials in both aspects of growth, as in professional growth or as in personal growth. It has a very big potential over uh, in its existence. It has big potentials. So I am part of National Stock Exchange. As you all are aware, National Stock Exchange was established in the year 1994, and it has been the leading stock exchange not just in India but at a global level also. We are the largest derivative exchange in world, and we are the third largest exchange in terms of equity derivative trading. So as per uh, the World Economic Federation reports, so we hold very high rankings. And apart that, we are the initial fintech company of India, and we have been working as a mentor exchange for other exchanges of developing economies. So it becomes a very good position for us to impart, to be a reliable, credible source of imparting knowledge into the system or into the market or into the economy. We play a very critical role. We are proud of it, and we work very sensibly and responsibly, considering our position, our existence into the market. And yes, we work in the purview of SEBI. Uh, right. So before NSE came into existence, I'll just give you a very slight overview. If you can please confirm whether my slide is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It's visible. Great, great, great. So, what the first question comes in up to mind, what NSE has brought in and why NSE has become such a big exchange over the past 27 years. So, NSE has adopted the concept of electronic form of trading or the technology-based trading. So, NSE has revolutionized Indian financial market drastically, and we hope that we continue with this genre in future also. uh, so I'll just take you through very brief things. Before NSE came into existence, there were 21 different stock exchanges operating in India. These exchanges were made by the Association of Brokers. There were physical books to be maintained. Exchanges were into the physical form. The system was not very transparent. So transparency is very important in financial market now, or in market trade, any kind of a trade. So as you are aware now that you have access of every data with you within few seconds, or you can search data for any particular company on your cell phones. So transparency has become a new concept now. It has become very normal concept now, but transparency when NAC came into existence was not that much great. So NAC stood up to that and brought the transparency into the market. Then we have a longer trading. There were issue of trading hours. There were very few limited trading hours. So prior to NSE came to exchange, as you all are aware, it was a physical form of trading. So there was a concept called an open outcry system. So what used to happen in open outcry system, you will go into a exchange, you will shout for your buying and selling of the shares, right? So along with that, you will be using sign languages. Your gestures, your hand movements will be explaining whether you want to buy a particular share, whether you want to sell a particular share, how much quantity you want to buy, how much quantity you want to sell. All those things were done through shouting and through hand gestures, and that concept was called an open outcry system. So I think this phenomena is not new for you people. You people have gone through several movies and several series, web series are there which have depicted this thing. And just like there is one famous series called that Scam 99, or the movie Guru. Those kind of a structure is called as an open outcry structure, or that particular exchange is called as a physical form of an exchange. So. These there were some challenges with these kind of exchange, that trading hours were to be very limited. Liquidity in those markets were very limited, as retail participation was very less, and these exchanges were operating into a particular area only, or into a particular geographical region only. So a particular exchange didn't have an access to people from other states, right? So that was another limitation. And yes, since the things were into physical form, so settlements of the transactions used to take a longer time. So by settlement, I mean if I have bought any particular share, how soon by when I will be getting those shares. If I have bought any particular share, I have to make a payment. So by when I am making that payment, all that particular cycle is called transaction cycle, or it is also called as a settlement cycle, right? So there were delays in that. So, in 1992, the government of India decided that this particular structure of financial market has to be revolutionized. Obviously, there was some mishappening which had taken place. So, after that, it was decided that a proper formal structure has to be brought in. SEBI had already came into existence in year 1988, but it was not very powerful. So, in 1992, an act was passed, which was called as an SEBI Act, and under that, a definition of a new stock exchange was laid down, in which it was said that it has to be a centralized stock exchange, it has to be electronic stock exchange, and exchange has to be governed by certain set of rules, policies, corporate governance structure. So all those things were brought down, and a particular exchange was developed, which was called as the National Stock Exchange. I'm proudly part of that particular exchange. So what NSE did can be called as a modern stock exchange. What prior to NSE used to happen into the market can be called as a traditional exchange. Earlier it was used to be a floor based. Now it is an electronic and automated. Earlier it was localized. Now it has an our exchange is a national and international presence. Our NSE platform is being accessed, or NSE platform is being accessed in from more than 32 other countries, right? So you can understand how diversified things are there. So earlier they were, since it was into a physical form, so the trading hours were very limited. Now the when the things moved into an electronic form, and with the coming of the internet and other high speed connectivity, our trading hours are going higher. And with the development of a banking structure, with the settlement structure, because settlement structure or the clearing part has to be taken care by banks. So as in whenever our banking structure improves, or the structure develops, it becomes more foolproof, the trading hours will increase in India also, right? So currently in capital market, your market timings are from 9 to 3:30. First half an hour is called as a pre-open market session. For you, as in general public, market opens at 9:30. So you can see, once we'll grow up, or gradually as we all are growing up, we might see that we are having markets with very longer trading hours. Might be 24 hours can be a concept. So almost in a commodity market, if we talk about a commodity market, it starts from 10 a.m. in morning, and it winds up at 11:15 in night. So it is covering very big market. It covers all Indian market, European market, right? American market. So this is how our capital market or derivative market might also be there in coming future. So yes, so earlier there was lack of participation, so there were limited brokers. Now there are large number of brokers into the market. There are large number of participants into the market. Our structure is completely transparent. Markets are highly liquid. We have developed proper risk management system and settlement guarantee funds to ensure that investors who are there into the market, retail investors who are there into the market, are safeguarded at any point of time. So whatever the decision or whatever the rules and regulations are being laid down into the structure are always done with an objective to safeguard the retail investor or the small investors, so institutional investor. Obviously, we have to take care of the big players of the market also, but main objective is that interest of retail investor is not hampered. So gradually, you people would be noticing that if you'll do certain research, then you'll find out that retail participation in Indian financial market has increased drastically, and strength of Indian financial market is going very high these days. Since if you talk about since the starting of the pandemic till date, I think there are more than 2 or 3 billion, 3 or 3 crores of people who have started investing in Indian market. Retail investors. I'm talking about retail investors, not the institutional investors. And mind you, these people are apart from FIIs, right? So these are normal retail investors. More than 2 or 3 crores have already started investing into the market. So that's a very good sign for our economy that retail individuals have started showing interest. And yes, by this we are able to control the movement of the market with the FIA's movement, which you people, I'll come to that in some time. So this is how market has structured. This is how we have been working. So we started our operations in year 1994, and since then we have been the leader into the market. Gradually in year 2000, derivatives came into existence. Then derivative trading started at our platform, and gradually with this, we started our education initiatives in year 1998 with our certifications called NCFM certification, which Dr. Braham have already briefed you about. That NCFM certification were the initial certifications, which were formal certification, which were introduced into the financial market. So I'll be coming up all to all those things in some time. I'll just brief you more about us. So to whatever I have said, just it is the summary over here. You can have a look that we are the number one exchange in index options. We are number one in currency options. We are second in stock futures and currency futures. We were the first exchange to introduce the demutual exchange structure. We are present in 19 global markets. Right, so we have won several awards. Uh, so here's the chart or kind of a journey which NAC has gone through, and with all our achievements, few of our achievements, I'll say, which we have achieved over past 27 years, and yeah, it brings a lot of responsibility on this particular organization to maintain this streak, winning streak, and to be a responsible participant of the economy. Right. So the structure, what NEC follows or what NEC had brought in into the market now is called a demutual exchange structure. Demutual exchange structure means there are three different parties in market. One is the owner party, one is the management party, and one is the trader party. So owners are the owners means the owner of the exchange, who have invested into the exchange, who have invested into development of the exchange. So owners are not allowed to interfere into the activity of the management and traders. Right. Similarly, if you are into the management, you are not allowed to participate into the your ownership or into the trading. And if you are into the trading part, you are not allowed to participate in the ownership and the management. Simple reason to make sure that all parties are working unbiased, right? So they are not biased, they are not doing any unlawful things, right, or they are not taking advantage of their positions, their existence into the market. They are not taking advantage of that. So that's why the structure has been laid down to keep the people rational. And when this structure was brought in, SEBI made it mandatory for all the exchanges operating in India to follow this particular structure. So this is how our market has been evolving, and has been evolving very well. So if we talk about the market broadly, there are three segments you can talk about the market. One is the primary market, then we have a secondary market, then we have OTC market. So primary market and secondary market comes under this financial market, or comes NEC works into it, into the stock exchange purview, and OTC are the non over the counter markets or unregularized market. So right, so that doesn't come under exchange. So in primary market, you have different products like called IPO, rights issue, private placement, post issue market. Yeah. So in secondary market, once you have issued your IPOs and everything, all the trading which take place comes under your secondary market. Right. So broadly, there are four participants into the market. One is the investor party. Investor party is the like us, the retail investor, the retail individuals who want to invest. Then there is an issuer party who need that particular fund, and there is a why they need the fund. They need the fund for expansion, for growth, for research and development, right? For developing new products, for going for the innovations, for setting up new plants, for everything, whatever you have issuers. So then we have in some intermediaries in between, which are merchant bankers, custodians, underwriters, brokers, and the infrastructure is provided by the stock exchange and depositories, right? So stock exchange becomes the part where you actually trade your shares, and depository became the bank of the stock exchange, right? It becomes the bank of your shares, right? So they maintain their records, they maintain your shares into a digital form. Right, so depositories came into existence after the introduction of Depositories Act in year 1996. Right, so there are two depositories operating in India. One is NSDL, the other is CDSL. Right, NSDL is National Deposit Security Depository Limited. It is associated with NSE. Then second is CDSL, Common Depository Securities Limited. It is BSC, and a broker or the trading member, we call them, can have an account with of the any of the depositories, right? So in investor, you have your individual investor. By investments, we also mean mutual fund houses, foreign institutional investors, domestic institutional investors, insurance companies, private equity, venture capital. So all these people are there who invest into your market, right? So whatever the day-to-day volume you see, these volume come from these particular kind of people, or these investor categories. So, talking about the role of the stock exchange, exchange helps you to in raising the funds with a proper corporate governance, and yes, from allotting these particular funds from investors to issuers with a proper corporate governance and with the objective to generation of wealth. Yes, basic objective is to generate the wealth and in a proper manner, in a proper structured manner. So that's why an exchange is very important and very critical. So since you people are from the economics background, so it becomes very easy, I suppose, for you people to understand the fact that if you want to invest, if you think, if from the investment perspective, if we want to invest into some other country, the first and the foremost thing we'll like to see their market condition, right? So how well that market is. So a strong stock exchange of any particular economy or any particular company can wisely represent the strength of that particular economy. Uh, we'll keep the macro factors and micro factors to the second level, but at the first level, first impression or the first image that is created is through the political conditions and through stock exchanges. Then we go into the depth of micro and macro factors, right? So this is why an stock exchange is really important for an Indian economy, and we as an Indian are fortunate that our economy is growing, or it is developing some good strength, right? So here are a few of the competitor stock exchanges. Is Montreal Stock Exchange, Hong Kong Stock Exchange, Taiwan, NYSE, Nasdaq, Tokyo Stock Exchange. So talking about NSE again, NSE has more than 1900 plus listed companies now. Our vision is to be the leader in established global presence and to facilitate the financial well-being. Our focus is to have a comprehensive product offering with a cost-effective technology and broad client base. And yes, we wish to have liquidity in our all asset classes. So broadly, there can be four asset classes: capital market, equity derivatives, then currency derivative, then commodity markets, right? So we have in capital market, we have equity products, we have debt products, ETFs, mutual funds. In derivatives, we have futures, options, right? And these future and options are there on particular stocks, they are on particular index, they are on global indices. Then we have some currency pair trading. There are around four pairs which are being traded at our platform. Then we have a commodity market. So commodity platform earlier used to be through NCDX. Now NCDX also has an existence. However, commodity products are being also traded through our platform. It is into an initial phase right now at NSE, but in NCDX it's an old product. So NCDX is in you can say a associated organization of NEC only, or sister concern of NEC only. So here are a group of the companies which are there with NSE. One is NSCCL, National Clearing Corporation. Then we have ISL Index and Indices and Index Service Limited. So their role is to make sure to include the companies into a particular index and to remove the particular company from the index, to manage that these companies are following proper corporate governance, corporate structure, corporate compliances, and to monitor all those companies which are there into the index. And all those things are managed by IISL. So I hope I don't need to define you what is an index. It's just a group of companies, a portfolio created with a group of companies which together represents your economy. So guys, the flagship index of NSE is Nifty 50, as you all are aware. Then there are many other one very critical index which is called Bank Nifty, then Nifty 500, Nifty 100. So there are many different indexes available at our platform, which denotes or depicts different segments of the market. But yes, Nifty 50 represents your whole economy. So You can make an assumption about a particular economy or about our economic movements or the growth through the movement into through the movement you can monitor through and Nifty 50 also, right? So after that we have NSDL Associated Depository, then we have DotX, NSC and NSCIT, which take care of our in-house and out-house technology. Then we have NCDX, then we have PayXL, Power Exchange India Limited. Uh, if we talk about the daily turnover, it is more than 31.5 billion. And yes, there are many new products which are in pipeline, which will help us to remain relevant into the market. Then we have different. Then if you talk about the trading, then the basic thing which we need is a dematerialized account. Once you open a demat account, you can open it with any of the depository participants. So all the brokers have to be registered with exchange and with any of the depository, be it NSDL or CDSL, right? So you can open account with any of them, and after that they'll help you in opening a trading account, and through trading account you actually do your tradings. And while opening a trading account you get a client code which is called UCC, unique client code, which you should remember that whenever you are doing a trading or when you are investing into the market, you always use UCC, your own UCC, unique client code. So the talking about the softwares which we provide to our brokers, or the technology which we provide to our brokers, is called Neat Software, National Exchange for Automated Trading. Then a lighter version or the easy version of Neat is called now Neat on Web, which is available with the brokers. So broker at their front end might be using different softwares as per their own choice, or they can customize that particular software. But at their back end, for the communication with the exchange, for putting up their orders to an exchange, it has to be through Neat software or Now software, right? So this is how our terminal looks like. So I'll not go into the depth of this, then it will take a lot of time, and we'll start discussing. If this is kind of a market watch screen, I'll just briefly define you. If you can see the dotted line in the center, that divides the buyers and the sellers into the market. The right side of the screen, always remember, the right side of the screen. Right side means after, if you're dividing the screen into two parts through dotted line, then right side of the screen is of the buyers and the left side of the screen is of the sellers. Mind you, not your right or your left, right? It is screen's right, right? So screen right is of the buyer. Just remember this side. Rest everything will fall into place, right? So right side of the screen is of the buyer and the left side is of the sellers. And you can see some colors, red and blue. It can be red into red or green. Yes, so red color means that the price has gone down from the previous trade. Blue color means, or the green color would mean that price has gone higher than the previous trade done. Right, so this is how market functions. There is certain, then the market follows a principle called price time priority. So when you put up an order into the market, it is always through price time priority principle, that the exchange does not consider your volumes, your quantity, while you're putting up order into the market. It will always consider your price and your time, and based on that you are put up into the virtual order book, and after that your orders are matched into the market. So this will take time. In sometime we'll be having some face-to-face discussion. Then we can discuss all these things, because it will take a lot of depth time. One thing, all the people, if you are aware or if you are investing into the market, this thing I think I should cover. There is one risk management parameter which is always suggested by exchange, which is called a stop loss. That whenever you're investing into the market, or when you put up any particular quote into the market, or you have in particular security into the market, you should always put up a stop loss, so that you can minimize your loss, right? So it functions like that. If I want to sell, I bought a particular share which is of 100 rupees, and my risk bearing capacity is of 6 rupees. So I can put up a stop loss trigger price of 95 into my system. So whenever the prices fall to 95, my order will come into the market to sell the share at 94. Since the prices are lower, there will be an opportunity for me to put up the to sell up the share at that particular price. So if you don't put up the stop loss price, then by default it is considered as in zero. So you would have heard from many people, or you would have seen many people are saying that I lost a lot of wealth, or my prices had gone down drastically in one particular day. It has gone so down, which generally doesn't happen. But one of the major mistake these people have done is that they haven't used stop loss. Right, they have not put up the stop loss or stop loss price. If they had done it, then there would be very less chances, or very few chances, that prices have gone down and you would have not sold that particular security. So that's why we always suggest that if you have any particular share in your account, put up a stop loss into it, if you are planning to sell it, or to minimize the adversity or to minimize your risk, right? So I think I'll not cover this. Then yes, we have heard about some trading halts or the circuit breakers. So this is the structure of Nifty trading halts. There are three levels: 10%, 15%, and 20%. So which means 10% means that fluctuation of the price of a particular Nifty, 10% up or 10% down, market will be halted as per first three schedules, right? And then when market reopens, then the percentage will be 50%, 15%. So 10%, 15% will be of the last day closing price, right? So whatever the price Nifty closed yesterday, uh, it will become the base value for today, and 10% of that. Let's suppose to yesterday Nifty closed at 10,000, uh, and today it opens. So 10,000 will become the base value for today. So 10% of 10,000 will be 1,000. So either Nifty touches 11,000 and Nifty goes down to 9,000, market will be halted as per first three schedules or the first three lines, right? If something has happened like that, then market will reopen. Now the range will be of 15%. So 15% of 10,000 will be 1,500 points, right? So then the second schedule of 15% will follow. Then market will reopen and readjust it. Then range will be 20%. So 10,000, 20% will be 2,000 points up or 2,000 points down. So with that movement, if market again gets halted, or if there is that much of movement, then market get halted for the that particular index or that particular security will be get halted for the remainder part of the day. So this start is for Nifty, right? So for individual stocks, it can be lower bandwidth, lower range can be there. Instead of 10, 15, 20, it can be 3, 5, or 7. It can be 5, 7, 10, whatever the ranges or whatever the analysis has been done. Yes, it will be beyond something normal movements, right? So it will be something from beyond, out of their normal range. Like if it a stock is moving from 100 to 110 and to 90 every day, almost in every day, then circuit breakers have to be put up around 70, right? So prices goes down to 70 or moves to 130, then we need to check why this kind of a movement is there. So in that way, this trading halts function, and this is very good and very vital, important risk management step which is taken by the exchange. So maximum brokerage which can be charged to you people is called which is 2.5%. In case of equity market, generally charges are from 10 to 2.50. In derivatives from 0.03 to 0.05. These percentage can be vary from broker to broker from the model they have been operating. Maximum brokerage they can charge is 2.5% on the transaction, be it a buy transaction, be it a sell transaction. Yes, then another question comes up that these days there are many brokers who are working, who are not charging you anything for the transaction they are getting done. That is also fine, right? They'll be charging you for something else, but that particular structure is also fine and it is an okay structure, right? So they'll be charging you for the taxes, which obviously they have to pay to the government for doing any particular trade, but there might be then they are not charging you uh, any service charge or any transaction charge, which is generally now called as a zero brokerage concept, right? So in that particular concept, they're not charging you this particular brokerage, but only they are charging you for the taxes which you are liable to pay, right? And obviously, if you are taking some additional services, then they'll charge you. So I'll not name any particular broker, but zero brokerage is a new concept it is being widely used by new retail investors, right? So there is very brief phenomena or very talked hyped topic is which is called a bull market or bear market. So I suppose bull market is the one where there's an continuous movement of the market into one particular direction. The market is going higher, higher and higher, so for a longer duration of time. So right, so downfall into a market for 1 day, 2 day or 3 day doesn't change the trend. If it is still going upward, then it will call as a bull market, and vice versa. If it market is going down, down and down for a longer duration of time, without with just up movement of 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, not making any change in a big change into the pattern for a longer duration, then it will called as an bear market. So interestingly, Indian market is into bull phase. It has been into bull phase since very long. So we hope that this bull run continues. Obviously, corrections can be expected at any point of time. So that's overview view I wanted to share with you people about the financial market. So now talking about our education, what we have been doing at NAC into education. So we have been working since 1998. We are the first formal structure to bring the structure into the financial market education, and what the initiatives are being done now for the digital education. We have been doing it since 1998. So we can proudly say that we are well aware about this particular concept of digital education, and we have been working on it since very long now. Since you can realize in 1998 we have been working on it. We have understood this concept then back then, and self-paced learning or self-paced concept of learning or self tutorials, all those things we have been working on it since 1998. And our NCFM certification were the initial certification into financial market, which were recognized. They are globally recognized certificates. Also, our NCFM certifications are AICTE approved. These are being used by PGDM students as and credit points into their course curriculum. They can replace these NCFM certifications, their subjects, right? So this is how widely our certifications are credible. I'll say that NEC Academy has achieved that credibility into the market, that we have been able to cater all those systems. So talking about what we have been working, we are the 100% NSC Academy is the 100% owned subsidiary of National Stock Exchange, where it has been working with schools to universities to colleges to corporates to individuals. We have been working with everyone. We have issued more than 7 million certifications. We have taught students, more than 3.2 million students at school level, right? We have been working with 3,500 plus institutions at school, college, and higher education partnerships. We are working with 6 state board. In fact, recently we have added one more state, so we are working with 7 state boards, pan India. CBSE is one of our premium partner. AICT is our partner. We are working with AICT also. We have around 350 plus labs, examination lab facility, pan India. We are working with IITs, IIMs, also MITs and IITs. Then into our digital initiative space, we have some product offerings called NSC Knowledge Hub and NSC Smart Simulators. We have been examination facilitator for regulatory body like NISM, right? So Reddy sir had initially briefed you about setting up a financial lab and financial learning platform. So these are the those two initiatives, NSC Knowledge Hub and Smart. So I'll be coming up to them just in a while. So these are very widely recognized, and these are becoming very popular these days, right? So first talking going into the products or offerings what we have for you or what we are doing into the market. Let's take an overview of the market or the career opportunities which are available with you at current point of time. So these are the few of the career opportunities. An individual at your level, at a graduate level, generally looks to go into the manufacturing, media, healthcare, academia, BPO, telecom, real estate, or BFSI, banking, financial services, insurance sector, right? So these are the few of the career opportunities And you'll be happy to know that BFSI sector is one of the fastest growing sectors, right? Then compared to any other sector in India. And since pandemic had hit, BFSI sector was one of the sector which was least affected. You can say that this particular sector has coped up with the situation, or the model was like that, it was able to cope up. And yes, it adopted with the technology, it adopted with the changes very fast, and it kept on moving. So that's why BFSI sector has a very very big potential into the for you people as to become the participants of BFSI sector, be it any kind of job roles you are looking for. So I'll be coming up to the job roles. So as per certain researches done by NSDC and KPMG, there were 10 lakh plus jobs required from 2017 to 2022. I'm sure these figures have gone really high now. It is one of the highest recruiting sector with 38% absorption of fresh graduates and postgraduates across industry. Here are a few of the employment graphs. So, talking about the career opportunities, if you come into BFSI industry or into financial industry, you have opportunities into bank, insurance company, foreign institution investor, domestic institution investor, AMC, financial intermediaries, NBFC, merchant banker, education, media. Then you have opportunities into technology, entrepreneurship, equity research, regulators, and pension fund. All these are just to name a few. There might be something I'm missing out. These are the sectors where you might find job opportunities for yourself. uh, this particular sector, trust me guys, have tremendous potential of giving you job opportunities with very good career scopes. It's not just that you enter into the market with the very, you'll stay at low packages. You might earn very handsome salaries. And not just the salaries. If you work as an entrepreneur, you might generate very good amount of revenue with the experience, obviously. So you can work into banks, you can work into investment banking, you can work as in surveillance, compliance, regulatory, risk management at the brokers and or the into AMCs. You can work as in faculty or digital content creator. It is a new trend. There's a lot of need of digital content creator. There's a lot of scope for digital content creator and the faculties into different institutions, right? So there are different job roles available at back office and front end operations, right? There's an opportunity as in wealth manager, financial planning, stock brokers, commodity broker, portfolio manager, relationship managers. So if you talk about any particular organization, it can't function without a finance department, or it can't function nowadays without any individual who has the knowledge of financial market. So wow, you can say now. Okay, I'll just name you. There is a very interesting profile if you search about, which is called financial analyst. Right. So what does a financial analysis do is that it checks, it keep a check on the investments made by an organization, right? So wherever then organization is making investments, he or she keeps a check on that whether these investments are going fine, they are getting good returns. If they're not making good returns, then how can they change the portfolio and uh, generate better returns? And I'm talking about these financial analysts are not just into the financial market organizations, which are working into the financial market. These are working into different these people are working with different organizations who are not linked to financial market, right? So try to understand that an organization has a certain corpus with them, that they have to invest. They're currently planning to invest into the market, so they almost most of the organization have some certain amount of investments into the financial market. So that also creates a very interesting opportunity for financial analyst. I'll suggest you all to read about financial analyst. So that becomes a very good opportunity for you people. So along with that financial analyst, there is one more thing which is becoming very important these days, which is called a business analyst, right? So financial analyst will only think about the investment perspective, either for buying or for the selling, right? So then there is another profile which is called as a business analyst. So you people have to search about all those things, and these kind of profiles might suit you. All this comes under BFSI domain only. So, there is a wide gap, which we always say there is a wide gap between what a industry requires nowadays and what being taught into the institutions. So, we have been trying to bridge up that particular gap as much as possible into BFSI sector. BFSI includes the finance and the technology side also, right? Fintech, the financial technology sector also. So for that, we have been working with schools, we have been working with college and universities, we have been doing open program, we have been doing certification programs, we have our digital initiatives. So if you talk about school level, we are, as I earlier told you, we are working with CBSE from class 9 to class 12th. There is a skill course called financial market management. At colleges, we have been doing our MBA program or BBA program in financial market, capital market, financial technology, or your business analytics, right? So all those kind of programs we have been doing with different universities pan India, and we have been collaborating with international institutions for that also. Then all those students who have not opted for our structured long-term programs, we have been offering our certification program facilities to them to learn about the topics of their interest, right? So we have been doing customized programs. So NCFM, talking about the certification program which are open for all, NCFM, as I earlier told you, was started in year 1998. It's completely online and objective type of question paper setup, right? So as soon you appear for the examination, you get your results there and then. We have around 40 plus different modules or topics in which we have which are divided into foundation, intermediate, and advanced. Any individual can pick up any module from any level, right? And we have almost covered all the aspects of the financial market in that. We have certifications, NCFM certification into the banking. We have a certification on research, which includes your technical analysis, fundamental analysis, merger and acquisition, financial valuation, and modeling. We have certifications on your capital market, derivative market, option trading strategy, your back office operation, commodity market, debt market, right? We have a certification on macroeconomics. We have a certification on algorithmic trading. Right. So in this way, we have almost covered all the aspects of the financial market. So you can explore these NCFM certifications, and if your institution have is kind enough to take up these initiatives for you people, that these certifications facility will be bringing into your campus itself, right? So you can appear for these certification in your campus in your own computer lab and give the exams. So these NCM certifications are open for all. There is no eligibility criteria. There is no age bar. Uh, Concept is online computer-based examination, objective type of question papers. We have test centers pan India. As I told you, 300 plus examination lab, and we have been doing these examination into particular campuses also on the corporate demand. So we have been doing our NCFM certifications with the IP University, IIMs, IITs, many other universities like your you can say GD Goenka, Revenshaw, your APJ Satya, and the students are from Shahid Sukhdev College or from WIPS, and IP University also have been giving these examinations in their own campuses. Right, I am just naming few because these are nearby your area, so I suppose you can relate to them. Right, so GIMS is also our partner. So these certifications are AICT approved, they are recognized. So that's why they are very important and very beneficial. So our advice to you people is that before you cross your graduation, since the competition is really high, people need a ready plug and play students. You can opt for these certifications so that you can improve your CVs. Obviously, your brand value with the Delhi University and Venkateswara College it does not get hampered at any point at any cost. But obviously, these certification will give you add-on values. So here's the link where you can explore about our education initiative. Go to anysenior.com, go to Learn tab, and all our programs are available over there. You can search and you can find and learn about them. Right. So talking about the digital initiative, which we are planning to establish into your campuses, into your institutions, given upon your demand, your need. One is called NEC Smart Simulator, Trading Simulator. It's just a replica of the software which we provide to our brokers. This particular software will get installed into a computer lab, and you can practice over them into almost into a real-time based feeds, right? this particular software is not just like any other software available into the market. This software will give you an option to check into the capital market derivatives and your currency derivatives. Then you have an option to check your option trading strategies. You can check around 36 strategies. Technical charts are available over here. The risk management system is available in this. You can in fact check your you have Greek calculator, Greek option calculator. You have an option to check your options, your algorithmic trading strategy, right? So proper structure, whatever the structure is being followed by a broking firm, that particular structure is available in this particular software and readily available for you people, so that you don't burn your hand by going in live into the market. So it's a demo software, or so demo software with live feeds, right? So with the live feeds with just 10-15 minute delay feeds, data is there for you and you can practice on it. You get the live feeds, you can have the feel of the market, real time feel of the market, and yes, you can learn a lot of things, you can do your researches, you can make your portfolio, you can understand and understand about the market very well. So a few of the features, you have technical charts, you have algo trading, you have option Greeks, you have cover orders, you have assessment sheets over there. You have PMS, portfolio management system, available into it. Right. This is how our and smart software look like. Some of the screen, this is a screenshot from our and smart software. Right. So this is one very interesting software. It has been adopted by many premium institutions, which includes your IIM Jammu, IIT Roorkee, right? IIT Delhi is also in discussion, right? So OP Jindal University has already adopted it. Your GD Goenka University, your GIMS has adopted it, and many IIT, I think Triple IIT Hyderabad is also having this software at their campus. So it's available, being available at premium institution. They are taking up these institutions, right? So then we have second initiative, which is called NAC Knowledge Hub. It is an AI powered learning experience platform. So one part is that you can do the certification, you can learn the softwares, but sometimes there is a need on the go for on the go learning, or you can say self-paced learning. You can do your self assessments, you can learn at your own pace. You want to learn at your own pace, but you don't find a very good content, or you don't find relevant contents, reliable content also. So all that particular content is being provided by us through our NSC Knowledge Hub platform. It's not just the platform to learn, it gives you a platform to get the certification. You get some LinkedIn badges over there which you can represent on your LinkedIn profiles. You get the certifications from NAC Academy, which you can present at very nominal cost. So there are very premium courses, many premium programs available into this, and this NAC Knowledge Hub is also an AICTE approved platform, right? So it is very well known and very well adopted, very well recognized. So the structure is in NAC Knowledge Hub is that we have some free content, we have some particular systematic learning plan, which is in patent of NAC, right? SLPs we call them. They are systematic learning plan in which you can decide your learning journey. That I want to start on a particular topic from very basic, just like me. I don't have knowledge on technical analysis, so I can start from the basic. So the system will give me the course content to study about the basic, then I can go to the intermediate level, then I can go to the advanced level. And how do I know that I have understood all those things? Yes, obviously I have to go through the content, then there is an assessment, and based on assessment I'll get the certification on a LinkedIn badge, right? Once I cover up an SLP, I'll get a LinkedIn badge, and once I cover a particular course, I'll get a certification. So it's a particular structure in which you will get lot of content. There are a lot of speakers available over there. There is a lot of written content, video content. There are different podcasts available over there, through which you can learn a lot of things. Uh, and yes, it is at very nominal prices, right? So we'll be sharing the commercial deals with your institution. They can forward it to you people, and together you can apply for it, and show you the presentation it for it separately once you people have agreed to offer it. right? So it can be accessed through your laptops, desktops, and your cell phones. So while you're traveling in metro, or you're sitting in your house idle, instead of wasting on time on any unwanted activities, I suppose it will be very good for you to invest your time on these kind of learnings, right? And to get the authentic knowledge from our side. Right, so this is how NAC knowledge of ecosystem works. It thinks right. So in this NAC knowledge hub, you will not just find the content about financial market only. You will be having content on financial technology also, about economics also. There are regular news updates about finance over there. Everything is collected and put up there regularly, and it is monitored regularly. Apart that, we have been doing certain industry readiness program, which are short-term training programs. So we do it on certain topics, like we do it on capital market, derivatives. Now we have been doing it on technology like blockchain, artificial intelligence, like right. So there are three or four topic in technology we have opted, and we're doing a industry readiness program. These are 30-hour, 20, 30-hour, 40-hour training programs. Right. Apart that, we have been doing some live certification programs, we for which your institution has asked us to brief you people about. We'll be designing a customized program. We'll be designing we'll be picking up certain topics as per your demand. We'll be giving a list. We'll be sharing a list with you. It will be floated to you people. You'll pick up certain topics, and we'll be doing some short-term workshops on it, like 8 hours or 10-hour workshops, which will be very normally charged around I suppose 1,000 or 1,500 maximum will go to that, and those will be those will be certification based, right? You'll be getting the participation certification for attending those workshops, and they'll not hamper your school college schedule. It will be out of your college schedules. You'll be attending the live online programs. Due to pandemic, we'll be doing it into an online mode, and these particular program will be exclusive for you, Venkateswara students only. Right, so there'll be customized programs for you people, and will be some of the topics I'll just show you over here. We have will be offering a program on mutual fund investment analysis, capital market, financial market, technical analysis, and derivatives. Right, we'll be doing some short-term workshops on them, just 8 or 10-hour workshop, which will take your 1 weekend or 2 weekends, so that you get an idea of that particular topic, and you get a good relevant topic, and you can improve your CVs. You have some add-on things to be shown into your CVs. Obviously, it's not just from the professional perspective, adding it to into your CVs. It will be more. It will from my side. It will be more toward my own learning perspective, or from my personal perspective. You can put it as an add-on into the system. This is how our certificates look like, just in sample one. Right. So apart that, we have been doing some hire and train deploy programs with for different institutions. Like, so currently we have been doing this for you can say Axis Bank. We have been doing hire and train deploy for Axis Bank, where we have been recruiting people for on behalf of Axis, and we have been going to the colleges and offering these particular programs to them. Then here are the few of the details. If anyone is interested in career assurance program, it is details are over here. You can apply for it. Right. Then we have been doing it for Yes Bank also. Uh, these kind of certification programs are available. So this is how we have been working into the industry since very long, and I request you all, if you guys have any query, you can ask me over here. Uh, Before with this, I'll might come to the I'm coming to the closure of this particular session. That's all from my side, and if you people have any queries, you can ask me.
Yes, if you have any queries, you may ask. We have a few more minutes time. We have another 8 minutes time. We would like to close this uh, 15 minutes past 3.
Hello.
Yes, Amber Jain.
May I, sir? Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
Go ahead.
please.
Sir, you mentioned that there is a enormous growth in the retail investor side of the market, I would say.
Right.
About what percent growth has been shown till yet, and what can we expect in upcoming years?
So, see, if I can't say it into percentage right now to you, but what we have done the research and whatever the analysis we have done, we found out it is more than 2.5 crores people who have already started, retail investors who have already started investing into our market. So growth, obviously, as in literacy, if our financial literacy or the financial inclusion grows high, uh, more and more participants will be there into the market. More retail participants will be there into the market, because financial market is coming up to be one of the sector which is giving you some good returns. It is one of the sector which is able to beat inflation, right? I'll not say it can beat inflation in 1 day or 2 day, but a long-term investor definitely can beat the inflation through investing into the financial market. So as per your need, you can offer the different products which have their own risk parameters. Obviously, higher risk means higher return, and yes, low risk means low return. But overall, if we'll talk about almost all the segments of the market, be it a capital market or the equity market or be it into a mutual fund market, they both have been able to beat the inflation. This thing has been learned by the people now, so they people are trying to understand this particular market. So future is very bright for Indian financial market.
Sir, can we trace the role of the new discount brokers in the, I mean, upsurge in the retail investors?
You can check. There are different websites where you can track how much they are getting or how their performance is. Right. See, exact count what they are getting. Nobody will disclose it to you, right? Because they have secrecy of data. They have to maintain with them. But yes, their performance you can check on different websites, screener.com, or you can do just
Okay, sir.
Google search. You'll find different links about their performances.
Okay, sir. Sir, you mentioned that the people who are involved in, I mean, the market, regulating the market, or in NSE, or some kind of job they are dedicated with. Sir, are there any foundations to their, I mean, family or close friends that they are not to be, I mean, subject to be involved in the market also? Is there something like that?
Yes, so as an employee of the stock exchange, I'm not allowed to invest into the market, right? So anyone who is dependent on me into my blood relation is also not allowed to invest into the market. So
Okay. Okay,
if
sir.
I have any particular, if I before joining to NSE, if I had any particular investments, I have to declare it to exchange, and every quarter I have to make the declaration that if I hold in particular security, or if I want to buy in particular IPO, or if IPO and the mutual fund are the only two options available with us. If I have any particular, I am willing to invest into a particular IPO. First, I have to take the clearance from my compliance team. Once they approve, then only I am allowed to invest. Right.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, I had a query.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Sir, is there any specific or particular NCFM certification module which you would recommend to a person who's just, looking to start their career in finance or just getting to know about finance?
Right. Right, Rehan. So, Rehan, first certification NCFM, I'll recommend Financial Market Beginner module. It is the basic certification program, very easy but very vital. Right. So it is very important to learn about that particular certification program, and I hope we'll be along with those NCF with that NCFM certification program. We are planning to do a very basic program of capital market workshop with your institution at a very nominal price. We'll be doing it. We're planning it.
Thank you, sir.
There is
Thank you.
a question in the chat box by Divyam.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Let-
can I read for your benefit?
I'll go through it, sir. When will these programs be available to us, and also will they be hybrid or only online? Divyam, I suppose till the current situation, since cases are, we were planning into an hybrid mode only. We just had a discussion, I suppose, around near 25th of December. But since then, situation has changed now. So we'll not go for hybrid mode right now for the next 2 3 months till the situation calms down. Meanwhile, we will be doing an online program, and after that, we'll be going into a hybrid or an offline program. I hope, sir, that will be fine, sir, because we have to take care of student safety also.
Yes, yes. We will start with online,
Yes, sir.
and subsequently we would like to do some physical, programs at the college.
Nice, sir.
Yes,
We'll do it. We'll do it.
yes. Any other queries? Any other questions? So he has been working, with NAC for several years.
Yes, sir, I had a query.
And he is the right person to, seek any clarification. As he said, millions of jobs will be created in the financial markets. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And
So
the
one
biggest industry in terms of turnover. A lot of
true.
money is there in financial markets.
So
Yes.
it's not just that you become an employee of someone. And this industry gives you an opportunity to be an entrepreneur also, right? So with very small scale, you can start your own business and grow wisely, right? So don't expect wonders in just one night. You have to put up a lot of hard work, you have to do a lot of research. But yes, once you'll understand, once your researches are fine, you can grow very widely. And yes, now for you people, do keep a track of Gift City of India, right? So that one place is going to revolutionize India and financial conditions very soon, right? So it is growing. It will grow very fast very soon. Yes, please. Next question.
Sir, I had
Uh,
a query.
yes, Harshal.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Sir,
afternoon.
I wanted to ask that for people who are not from technical and economics background, how difficult is it to understand the fintech scenario? And also, what course would you recommend for a person from a non-technical, non-economics background who invest and wishes to invest further in the stock market?
Right. So, Harshal, if you're not from the technical background, fine. If you're not from the economic background, that is also fine. It's not necessary that you have to be aware about economy, but yes, you have to be willing to learn about it. And to answer that, to be willing to learn about it, as I told to, I suppose, Rihan, I had told him that you start with the basic module, one of the easiest module, which is called your financial market beginner module. Second thing, from today onwards, start reading your newspaper. I'll not recommend any particular newspaper. I'm not asking you to go through the whole newspaper, right? Just go to the economics page and read the headings. So if I'm allowed, I can share one of the tricks as a student which I used to do, because I am not very fond of reading. I didn't was not very fond of reading newspapers at my college days, which is almost a decade ago. So what I used to do was that I used to go through the headings daily. Right, I'll just take 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes, but I'll turn to the business page or the economics page. Since I was from MBA, so it developed an interest into politics and business. So I'll just run through the headings every day. Every day. That was my routine. Whatever is happening. Gradually, after 3 days or 4 days, some of the news would grab my attention. I'll go through that news, right? Or some things would grab my attention, I'll read that article completely. So gradually that became an habit, and till date I practice the same thing. I go through headings, and whatever grabs my attention, I'll read it into a detail. So one of the news which I remember I used to follow was Mittal and Asla deal. So I used to follow it very closely, and whatever the Tata group was doing at that point of time, So I used to read about it very closely. So Harshvardhan, I suppose this will work for you if you are not from the technical or from the economic background. Uh, from the certification perspective or a structured learning perspective, go for the NCFM Financial Market Beginner module. Attend the workshop which will be doing for you. Apart that, from today onwards, just read the headings of the newspapers or the business page of any newspaper, be it any newspaper. I'll not recommend any particular one. Be it any newspaper, just go through it. You'll start understanding the market. I hope that is helpful.
Yes, yes, surely, sir. And also,
Thank you.
sir, for a person who doesn't want to become an employee in the financial market or start an entrepreneurship, but wishes to take the benefits by actively investing and becoming an active investor in the stock market, uh, what kind of courses would you suggest?
See, for that, if you want to be an active investor, again, we have been doing certification. We have certification programs. We will be doing workshops for you people, right? For obviously, it's up to you. Whatever the programs we are offering it to you, it's up to you. You want to use it as professionally or personally, that will be total your choice, right? So at the end of the day, whatever the content we are giving it to you will be useful from both perspective, from professional and personal perspective.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Sir, we have two more questions in the chat box. One from Ankit Rai. Can you invest in foreign stocks?
Uh, Ankit, yes, you can invest into certain foreign stocks, but you have to follow certain guidelines. There are certain regulations which are to follow, which are very strict. So, as a retail investor, it becomes very tough for you to invest into the foreign market. Right? In direct modes, you can't invest. You
Sir,
have to go through.
sir, I had a, you may call it a silly question, but I have a question. Like, I'm a student. I haven't been filing ITR, my own ITR. I haven't filed my ITR yet. So I want to begin investing in stock markets. So what should be the legal? I mean, should I start filing my ITR, or what tax slabs are allocated to me, and how should I legally start? I want to start trading, and I want to start investing in a very small matter of money, I would say. So how should I begin with that? What should be
So,
the legal perspective?
got it, Amber. So, this will follow normal your income tax slab, income tax structure. So you see how much income you are able to generate, and once your income is taxable, then you have to start filing. From that particular moment, you start filing your taxes, right?
So if
So
I
if you
don't intersect that slabs, I don't have to file ITR till yet.
yeah, till then it's not required, right?
Okay, sir.
But
I
filing,
do not have to declare.
yeah, so very nominal incomes you don't have to declare. It doesn't make much of the difference. But as in since you people are 18 above, and ITR filing has become very easy nowadays. So I'll recommend that you start filing your ITRs. Right. So
Okay, sir.
generally ITRs we start filing once we start earning. So just for the namesake, if it's up to you, if you want to be an ITR filer, it's up to you right now. Unless and until it becomes a taxable income, you can avoid it. Otherwise, you will have to file it into the
Okay, sir. Thank
business
you so much. That
from the
helps.
business perspective. Thank you.
And the another question is from Akshat Sharma. He asks, can we think of NSE as a regulatory body to control crypto market in India in any case in future or so, because some information is circulated that crypto in India will be regulated?
So I don't think so. We can comment on it right now. Yes, government is monitoring it very closely. Exchanges and regulators are monitoring it also very closely. So let the government decide how it has to be developed, because see, crypto is very new, right? So this blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is very new phenomena in India. uh, Obviously focus of our government is right now, it used to be into the focus before pandemic, but due to the pandemic, obviously focus of our economy has changed. So government is bringing back its focus onto it. So it will be hard to comment whether NSC will be involved into it or it will not be involved into it. But yes, it is being closely monitored, and something whenever comes up, it will be open in public. Nothing. There is no information right now with me, which is not available for you people.
Okay, and so I have a question like for a beginner, what do you suggest is the best area that we should start investing in? Like,
Right. So as the beginner, first product which you should opt, I will suggest from right now onwards, if you can opt for any particular product, is a mutual fund. Right. So mutual fund is considered as are considered as one of the safest products into the financial market, because your funds are managed by the portfolio managers, people who have experience, who have done a very good research, and yes, your investments are very low. If you will start investing with 500 rupees each month, you can it starts from 500 rupees each month, so which is called in systematic investment planning. You can start with it. You can do the lump sum investment also into into different mutual fund also, uh, but bare minimum 500 is required. So mutual fund is one of the easiest product to understand. Once you are aware about the mutual fund, you have invested into the mutual fund, then you can go into the capital market, and derivatives will come when you have proper knowledge of the market. Right, don't enter into future and options without having proper knowledge.
all right,
Right,
thank you, sir.
thank you.
And there
Yes,
is one more question from
I think,
Mohammed.
yeah. This would be the last question, Naman.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
He said that I read an article that investing in small cap companies is more profitable than investing in blue chip companies. Is it true?
See, investing into a small cap company will bring more risk for you, and more risk will bring more returns. Blue chip companies have attained a certain level, unless and until they do something drastic thing, or they do some very big innovation, or they develop new products. They have achieved it to a certain level, right? So they're expecting them to fall down is very low. Expecting them to grow overnight is very low, right? So the risk factor in blue chips are very low. They are more stable. That's why return over there are very limited or very stable returns. Small caps have very big potentials with them. They might have some innovation. They are into early phase, so they have potential to expand, right? So that's why they have more return, and obviously with the more return they bring more risk to you, right? So if you are
Sir, I
okay
had a
with,
one more question, if you may.
yes, please.
Okay, for just for suppose that I'm bullish on index itself. So,
Okay.
what is best bet I can, I mean, place? Which what kind of mutual fund or I mean index traded fund should I invest in? What is my best bet? As I do not know much about the market yet, but I'm bullish on the index itself. So, how should I start investing on that?
See, I'll not name any particular mutual fund. You have to go through the mutual fund. Uh, what you can do on every mutual fund website, there is called a risk o meter, right? You just go through that riskometer, which will show you how risky a particular mutual fund is, and accordingly you invest into the market. And see, you have to go by the credibility of the institution also, right? Whichever the institution through which you are investing, or whichever mutual fund you're investing, you have to read about their reviews, right? After that you can do your investments. And obviously, if you are coming into the market as an investor, uh, I assume your objective is there to stay into the market for a longer duration. So if you are there into the
Yes, sir.
longer duration, then almost all the mutual funds have been growing, and they'll give you return. More or less, all everyone gives between 12 to 14%, 14 or 16% in a longer duration. Everybody gives that much of return. Right. So only thing is that if
So
you are
what are the
coming into the
major
market,
factors we should look? So what are the major factors we should look while selecting the mutual fund?
while selecting the mutual fund, is that first I'll say you go through the riskometer, right? You have to analyze the risk, how much risk you can take, right? Second thing, you have to once you'll go through the mutual fund, you will see the complete portfolio. In which particular sector these companies are, this particular mutual
Ask,
fund is investing,
ask one of
right?
them. Who is holding it?
So
You ask her. You are representing economics. You want to share, you know? Okay, right, right.
right, so you have to go through the mutual fund portfolio. You have to see which sector they are investing. Then you have to uh, read the certain news. You have to track the news if there is any particular news about those particular sectors, and whatever the scenario of your country is, accordingly you can decide you're investing. But
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, Naman, you may now conclude.
Yes, sir. So, sir, it's my privilege that on the behalf of the entire Economics Association to give you a vote of thanks for taking out some time from your busy schedule and being present here to guide us students for all the insightful knowledge about financial markets and all the certification courses that will be available to the students of our college. So thank you, sir, so much, sir, for such an enriching session. And thank you all the participants for being present today. Now, I
Yes,
would request everyone to please switch on their cameras so that we can take a group photograph.
yes. Thank you very much, Naman. Kindly switch on your video. We would like to have some photograph. Also, we are going to upload this in our YouTube channel. We shall also share photographs with Mr. Kunal Tyagi. And financial services industry is going to offer load of jobs to you all. He mentioned about Gift City, which is there in Gujarat, India's first smart city. London is known as the global financial center, and India wants to emerge as one of such financial centers. So thank you very much, Kunal. It has been a very wonderful learning experience to all our, budding finance experts, I would say. And we are looking forward to invite you again to our college and have a formal MOU and then start our finance lab where so far they only keep reading books and imagining thinking intellectually, but there is a need for that hands-on training exactly to see how the NSE market works, how the index changes. So I wish that we set up the finance lab at the earliest possible. Thank you very much.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, some more can switch on their video, those who can. Is it done, Suraj?
Okay, sir. I have taken screenshot.
Yeah, Kasha Swami has come. Take a picture of her.
Okay, sir.
Kasha, come on again. It's coming and going like a lightning, Difficult to catch her.
Sir, I got it, sir.
Yeah, good. Okay, thank you very much.
Right. Thank you so much,
Bye
sir, and thank you everyone
bye.
for being there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.